your soft pale blue eyes, even though I adore those two. You know I do. But baby, your love is like a high, so high up in the sky. Oh, and we're tumbling down. We're falling in love and we feel it now, falling to the ground. I'm falling, falling, falling for you. I'm falling, falling, I know it's true. I'm falling each day through, and I know there's no doubt, no, there's no doubt, I'm falling for you. So pure and so true, I got a little kid love for you. I know your secrets, you know mine. With you I'd spend all my time, all my time. 'Cause you feel like home, a home I've never known. We're falling in love and we feel it now, falling to the ground. I'm falling, falling, falling for you. I'm falling, falling, I know it's true. I'm falling each day through, and I know there's no doubt, no, there's no doubt, I'm falling for you, falling for you. I'm falling, falling, I know it's true. I'm falling, falling for you, and I know there's no doubt, no, there's no doubt, I'm falling for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
I can be his homegrown, all-American honey. I can be his heart of gold, I ain't after his money. I could be his best bet, and that she ain't made yet. I could be his go-to, but I'm a little old school. If he treats me like his number one, not just a notch on his gun, I like what he's bringing to the party. If I'm the only girl on his mind, and he knows how to walk the line, I'll be the June to his Johnny. I won't be somebody's nobody. You don't have to get ink, a red heart with my name, but I don't mind a little kissing at a red light on Main. If his eyes don't go walking, and he listens when I'm talking, he could be an option that just might be worth watching. He treats me like his number one, not just a notch on his gun. I like what he's bringing to the party. If I'm the only girl on his mind, knows how to walk the line, I'll be the June to not just a notch on his gun. I like what he's bringing to the party. If I'm the only girl on his mind, and he knows how to walk the line, I'll be the June to his Johnny. He treats me like his number one, not just a notch on his gun. I like what he's bringing to the party. If I'm the only girl on his mind, knows how to walk the line, I'll be the June to his Johnny. I won't be somebody's nobody. No, I won't be somebody's nobody. Never gonna be anybody's nobody.
Her name is Sydney Hansen. That is called Somebody's Nobody. And before that, another great song called Fallin' For You. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that, and you'll find us live on our website right now, every Thursday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, live from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. And we've got some great live entertainment for you tonight. 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. And at the bottom half of this first hour, I'm going to be interviewing 3 young ladies by the name of Sweet Tea Trio. Everybody gets a trio played on the radio tonight, so that is very appropriate. And then in hour number 2, at the bottom half of that hour, I'll be interviewing Mr. Aaron Lacombe. So that's going to be a great lineup of live radio interviews tonight, and lots of great country music. And you'll hear, if you haven't already, in the first 2 songs, why we call it New Country's Best around here. We want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the radio stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com from Belgium, radiotheking.be, that is also Belgium. They love us, don't they? WVMIradio.com, realradio.us, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, countrymusicexpress.co.uk in the UK, and our live player on their radio station or their website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are on Bourbon Trail Radio, thechimpfm.com from Canada, countrythunder.com.au from Australia, WFPNradio.org, bigrecords.world/radio. We are soon going to be all over Talk About It TV. We are the official radio station of those fine folks. And brand new this week, we would like to welcome Top Shelf Radio Texas to one of our syndicated stations as well. Thank you guys, every one of you, for replaying this program. We appreciate it, and you're helping us spread this new country music around the world. The third song from Miss Sydney Hansen is the latest single. It is her triple play called Getting Somewhere Slow on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
You make your big debut, the world says hello. The summer stars go flying by your window. You gotta do everything, wanna do everything. Isn't that what life's about? Time's hardly started ticking, and you feel it's running out. Your dreams are big, your mind is turning. Candles spread, both ends burning. Just save a little fire for down the road. You got a lot to give, if there's no takers, they'll catch up sooner or later. You're not standing still, just getting somewhere slow. You're getting somewhere slow. You find the words you want for your song. You hate when people say you're right where you belong. 'Cause you gotta do everything, wanna do everything, everything Your dreams are big, your mind is turning. Candles spread with both ends burning. You got a lot to give, but there's no takers. They'll catch up sooner or later. You're not standing still, just getting somewhere slow. You're getting somewhere slow. You're getting somewhere.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
It was me and her and Friday night, driving fast while she held on tight. This town had just 2 red lights, but we had 1,000,000 stars. Ain't a bar we ain't been in, rolled through this town like the wind, up Main Street and back again. Thought the world was ours. Now there's no place I can run to where I don't run into her. Ain't a door I can walk through that a memory still don't burn. I see her car, I see her face everywhere I turn. But that's what you get when you're living in the smallest town on earth. Trucks on the interstate with red tail lights that I could chase. Wish I could leave, but there's just no way. My roots run too deep. Where there's no place I can run to where I don't run into her. Ain't a door I can walk through that a memory still don't burn. I see her car, I see her face everywhere I turn. But that's what you get when you're living in the smallest town on earth. There's a Walmart popping up over there, brand new place on that old town square. Folks moving in, but I don't care how big this map that gets. There's no place I can run to where I don't run into her. Ain't a door I can walk through that a memory still don't burn. I see her car, I see her face everywhere I turn. But that's what you get when you're living in the smallest town on earth. That's what you get when you're living in the smallest town on earth.
Song number 2.
What we do way out here in the middle of nowhere's one place that we go to. You can bet on Friday night when the daylight is gone, we're buzzing in like fireflies when that open sign comes on. For miles and miles around this passerby, peace and quiet stop sign, no light, black and white piece of ground turns into a neon town. Something about dim, dim lights and thick, thick smoke And loud, loud music makes this tiny little mad light go to a passerby. Peace and quiet, stop sign, no light, black and white neon town. We're red, white, and blue, ribbon beer drinkers all night long. Raising hell and raising 12 ounces to a country song. It's 2 for 1 from 10 to 2, and there's 2 10s at the bar. And there's a tiny stage where the band plays for tips in a mason jar. No matter how bad they sound, this passerby, peace and quiet, stop sign, no light, black and white piece of ground turns into a neon town. Something about dim, dim lights and thick, thick smoke and loud, loud music makes this tiny little mad light go to a passerby, peace and quiet, stop sign, no light, black and white neon town. Play it, boy. Something about dim, dim lights and thick, thick smoke and loud, loud music makes this tiny little mad light go to dim, dim lights and thick, thick smoke and loud, loud music makes this tiny little mad light go to a passerby, peace and quiet, stop sign, no light, black and white neon town. It's a passerby, peace and quiet, stop sign, no light, black and white neon town. Hey! Yeah, it's a neon town. Woo, y'all come on back now, you hear?
Yeah, his name is David Adam Burns. Byrnes is how he spells Burns. David Adam Burns, that is called Neon Town. And before that, Smallest Town on Earth. You can check out the video to both of those songs on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. We are radio, we are television, and the videos are on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and some of the best music videos you'll ever see. These artists are very talented. They're very good actors as well. Good stuff on the radio, too, though. And speaking of Neon Town and Smallest Town on Earth, Branson, Missouri is one of the smallest towns on Earth. Population 10,000, tourist population about 8.5 million. So not that small, and it is truly a neon town. If you've ever been down the 76th Strip, Country Music Boulevard as they call it, where all the theaters and shows are happening right now. But I'm glad you're tuned into this one. It is happening right now as well. You can catch us live on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Double tap that little chat bubble you see bouncing around on that Spreaker radio player. Come into the live chat room and say hello to yours truly and all the fine folks we've got in here already checking out the program live as well. The third one from David Allen Burns to complete his triple play is called Too Much Texas. On today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
She didn't write a note or even send a goodbye text. She just flung her ring, packed up her things, threw them in the truck and left. When she rode out of Dallas, she didn't even tap the brakes. There's a million places she could be without leaving the state. A top tank and an empty heart can get you pretty far. There could be 1,000 miles of highway between her and where you are. Trying to find her any place on earth, you might have better chances. You're too late, too little time, there's too much Texas. Wild horses love to run when there's a lot of open space. You should have held on and enjoyed the ride, but instead you closed the gate. There's too many rivers, beaches, rodeos and honky-tonks, and too many dance hall cowboys ways that'll give her what she wants. A topped off tank and an empty heart can get you pretty far. There could be 1,000 miles of highway between her and where you are. Trying to find her any place on earth, you might have better chances. You're too late, too little time, there's too much Texas. Come on! A top tank and an empty heart can get you pretty far. There could be 1,000 miles of highway between her and where you are. Trying to find her any place on earth, you might have better chances. Too late, too little time, there's too much Texas. You're too late, too little time, there's too much Texas. Too much Texas.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I thought it was hard living in a small town. Everybody knows your name. Lord, your business travels round, but I knew, oh, I was made for something bigger. Well, I graduated school and I had a lot of fun. Got a job at the hospital, but I was still on the run, 'cause I knew, oh, I was made for something bigger. I put my green boots on my feet to go chase this life that was made for me. I had a whole lot of fun in Poplarville, late nights and bonfires, I miss it still. I gotta go now so I can chase the world. There ain't no holding down a country girl. I gotta go run along so I can leave. I gotta go run and chase for the grace that He's given. And I wanna say thanks for this life that I'm living, 'cause I realize, oh, it didn't have to be. Thanks for letting me change the world in this life that was made.
Song number 2.
Raining, but I didn't see it pour. It was daisies and sunshine. Then you hit the door and now you're gone. One shot down. Folks always said booze was no good for me. Jesus always said to love thine enemy. So I hugged this bottle. Shots down. Well, He performed the miracle from water to wine, but I believe I'll need something a little stronger this time. So pass the Bible, bourbon, and grace for a breakup. I'll fix my problems, pouring and praying in search of a way to get through this somehow with John, Luke, and Paul. 'Cause nothing heals a broken heart like Jesus and alcohol. I didn't know I needed you and how bad it hurt, but sipping through these scriptures will get me through the worst. I'll get by. 3 shots down. I prayed to the good Lord for a brand new start. I begged and I pleaded Him to mend my broken heart. Thank God you're gone. 4 shots down. Well, Jack and Jim are real good friends when you're feeling down and out. But this bourbon Bible study's gonna start right here and now. So pass the Bible, bourbon, and grace for a breakup. I'll fix my problems, pouring and praying in search of a way to get through this somehow with John, Luke, and Paul. 'Cause nothing heals a broken heart like Jesus and alcohol. So pass the Bible, bourbon, and grace for a breakup. I'll fix my problems, pouring and praying in search of a way to get through this somehow with John, Luke, and Paul. 'Cause nothing heals a broken heart like Jesus and alcohol. Hey, alcohol. Amen.
Oh, yeah, those 3 young ladies call themselves Chapel Heart, H-A-R-T. They are awesome. That is called Jesus and Alcohol. And before that, Made for Me. You can check out the video to Made for Me on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. You can also check them out on television in the finals of America's Got Talent. just a couple of more weeks, and they will be performing live for your votes. They are spectacular, and I had a great radio interview with those young ladies about 6 months ago. Go check out Chapel Hart, like and follow and share everything that they got going on. They deserve this big shot in the world of country music. Well, they're getting a pretty big shot tonight. 3 plays in a row. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. The third one in the Triple Play is an interesting take on a Dolly Parton song. It is called You Can Have Him, Jolene, from Chapel Heights on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Well, since the last song, I've had time to think it over. A lot of tears, a lot of beer, a lot of wine. I spent so much time believing that midnight phone stopped ringing, but he'd leave the room and answer every time. Well, it didn't seem so easy with that broken glass and pieces, and you holding me and saying you were wrong. Well, I'm tired of second chances and these sad-ass circumstances. He's your problem, good luck keeping him home. Oh, Jolene, you can have him 'cause he don't mean much to me. Well, I've cried so much till rivers turn to seas. Oh, Jolene, when you think that he's in love, he'll surely leave like he did me. You can have him, Jolene. Well, I fixed my crown from leaning, and those wedding bells stopped ringing. I took my keys and threw him at his door. Well, I found a man who loves me, and he'll give me all I need. What a woman could ask for any more? Oh, Jolene, you can have him 'cause he don't mean much to me. Well, I've cried so much till rivers turn to seas. Oh, Jolene, when you think that he's in love, he'll surely leave like he did me. You can have him, Jolene. Oh, Jolene, you can have him 'cause he don't mean much to me. Well, I've cried so much till rivers turn to seas. Oh, Jolene, when you think that he's in love, he'll surely leave like he did me. You can have him, Jolene. You can have him, Jolene. You can have him, Jolene.
To get the golden ticket to go to the live rounds of America's Got Talent, all the judges and the host, Mr. Terry Crews, went over there and they pushed the button, and you know when that happens, all that confetti comes flying down and everything. So they were super excited about getting to make the finals, and they'll be performing live for your votes in a couple of weeks, so keep checking out America's Got Talent. Well, we sure got some talent on the radio tonight. We've played the music of a lot of talented artists, but now we get to talk to some of them and hear the stories behind the songs. We've got with us now special guest Sweet Tea Trio. How are you young ladies tonight?
Hi, we're great. Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. Glad to have you on the program tonight. I've been excited about this one. I've been loving your music for a little while, and you guys have some great sounds going on. And then I look at your bio tonight, getting ready for the interview, and I see why. You've got somebody behind you that is a big name producing your stuff. Your latest 6-song EP produced by the one and the only Kid Rock. How about that?
He is. We love him. We call him Bob or Papa Rock, and he has been so good to us, and we just love the mix. Love to mess out of.
There you go. We've got with us tonight Kate, Charity, and Victoria, all with us on the phone. How are y'all, ladies?
We're great.
Good.
Great.
Hey, good to meet you. Thanks again for doing the radio interview. And you guys are from, ladies are from Alabama. So, man, I've been a fan of the group Alabama since they got started. That's for sure. There's some pure country music in the South.
Oh, 100%. And we all definitely take great pride in being from the state of Alabama and feel like the country roots definitely come out in our music. Charity's from Hope Hole, Alabama, which is right outside of Montgomery. And then this is Kate speaking. I'm from Gadsden, Alabama, which is like north of Birmingham. And Victoria is from Tuscaloosa, which is, right in the heart of it.
There you go. My wife lived in Boaz, Alabama for a time. I have never been to Alabama, but I hear it's nice.
Yeah, Boaz is close to where I live.
There you go.
Close to Gadsden.
Awesome. And I guess all of you born and raised in that area?
Well, we're all three from three different parts of Alabama. This is Victoria speaking, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Tuscaloosa. Kate's from Southside.
Yep.
And then Charity is from a tiny little town right below Montgomery called Hope Hole.
Okay. And I see that you guys all met together at a vocal competition or something like that, or you were taking voice lessons, and that's how you all met.
It was voice lessons.
Voice lessons, yeah. Yeah, so tell us about that.
So we actually all took from the same vocal coach in Birmingham, Alabama, and one day kind of just stuck us together and said, figure it out. And so girls did and haven't stopped since.
Wow, that's awesome. And what I love about you guys being a trio like you are is the harmonies that you guys all put together. And you got some great vocals in your music. And like I said, I've been a fan of you for a little bit. We're going to expose the folks to your music tonight. Maybe some for the first time tuning into the program and never heard of Sweet Tea Trio. But after we play 3 songs in a row like we do on Triple Play Thursday, they're definitely going to want to hear more.
Thank you so much, and thank you for playing our music. We're super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let's talk about this because, and you wanted to make sure that I get everybody in the interview tonight. Your musical influences, each one of you have different ones. So let's ask Kate first. Who were some of your musical influences?
So I definitely grew up listening to like 90s country, especially 90s females. So Martina McBride, Faith Hill, Shania Twain, those were definitely my women that I grew up listening to my entire life.
Now we're talking. I love that. That's what got me into country radio was the 90s country. I went to broadcasting school in 86 and was DJing 80s music, but quickly converted to country music when I met my wife, and she was from Oklahoma, and that's all they listened to down there. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. How about Charity?
So I grew up, like I said, in Montgomery, Alabama, and you can't really live in Montgomery, Alabama and not know a whole lot of Hank Williams.
Yep.
So I'm your old school country music gal out of the group. The older, the better. I mean, Merle Haggard, of course, but like also music all the way back to the 1930s. Patsy Cline is probably my top favorite, though.
That's awesome. I love that. You know, there's a great Hank Williams tribute show here in Branson. Another guy named Tim does that, Tim Hadler. So if you're in the Branson area and you want to see somebody who is Hank Williams Sr., I mean, he dresses like him, looks like him, the whole 9 yards, and sings like him. Tim Hadler does a great tribute show to in Branson to Hank Williams. So it's great.
I'd love to come up and see. And
absolutely. Victoria, who's some of your influences?
Yeah, so I started out in the rock and roll world. I was listening to Fleetwood Mac. That's my favorite band of all time. I was in that Foreigner, Bad Company, Boston era, a little bit of like the Prince stuff. And then country-wise, I got into Hank Jr., Johnny Paycheck, all of those kind of outlaw countries, Willie Whalen, all of that. I would say those are my biggest influences, and there's too many to add, but that's the main ones.
I love that. I'll show you my age a little bit. My first 2 8-tracks that were in my first car were Fleetwood Mac and Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams.
At least you got good taste.
That's right. And I still hear that stuff on the radio on some of these classic stations and love it. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you guys have been described as where we're going to say the Chicks now. We'll take out the word. Well, I won't even say the word. But the Chicks meet the Pistol Annies, and that was a group that Miranda Lambert kind of put together. So, that is awesome right there. That's some good country music.
Oh, 100%. All of us all grew up listening to the Chicks and take a lot of musical influence from them. Obviously, as Charity believes, you can never have too much fiddle. So if we can put some fiddle and some banjo or some mandolin in our songs, we are good to go.
There you go. Absolutely. Now, do you guys go to Nashville to record your music? Because I get music from all over the world and all over the country. A lot of it from Texas and Canada, believe it or not. But not everybody goes to Nashville to record. But if you do, give us a big shout out to the recording studio that you use.
So we actually, for this last project that we did that we just released in June, be sure to go check that out wherever you check out your music. It's called Sweet Tea Trio Sugar Rush.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of used a lot of the same things, but our producer was Kid Rock. So we, like I said, we love him, and we think he did a great job. But there were a couple of different studios involved with this project, where instead of like one that you would normally use.
Okay, cool. And I want to talk about something that most of the artists on this program that send the music over write their own material. And I see that you guys are writing for some future projects as well. Let's talk about that a little bit. Do you guys write solely the three of you together? Do you bring in other people to help write and co-write? Go to some of these writers' rounds that are around, not only in Nashville, but in other places?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so our song we're about to release is a single. All three of us wrote that song. It was the first song the three of us had ever written together, which is funny considering it's like one of our favorites. But all three of us will write together. We'll write with other people. Us girls will write individually by ourselves with other people. It just depends.
Mm-hmm.
And in the writing room, we just all have our strengths and whatever, we finish each other's sentences kind of thing. What one isn't doing, the other one can think of from a different perspective. And, it's just a really good balance of different talents in the room. So I think that's what makes us as successful as we are with songwriting. We love it. We absolutely love it.
Awesome. Now, I've asked this question a lot of artists that are really into songwriting. How many songs would you say that you have in the can right now that you might just be waiting to record someday?
Oh, wow. A
lot. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you guys then. We'll be hearing a lot more.
Yeah, thank you.
I've talked to artists that said, maybe that song sit there for like up to 8 years. I've had somebody tell me, and then they just one day decided it's time to record and let that loose. And they wish they'd have done it after getting so much radio airplay and doing so well on the music charts. They wish they'd have done it a long time ago sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. You get an old song, you think about it, and you're like, you know what? This fits now. As weird as that sounds, it was written 8 years ago, but, sometimes there are iconic songs that are timeless that just don't end.
Absolutely. And some of the artists that you guys mentioned that are influences of yours, people, and myself included, start thinking of songs right off the top of our heads when we hear the names, don't we?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's the way you guys want to be eventually, that it's one or two of those songs that make it big that can make your career. Well, you guys have opened for some big names, including from Bon Jovi to Alabama, so that's a little bit of a variety there in music. Tell me what the opening for some of those folks is like, Alabama especially.
Oh my goodness, it's always an honor to open up for major artists, especially artists like Alabama who have had such a long, successful career. Those guys have always been so kind to us, and they always take time to come into our green room or come out of their bus just to talk to us. And we love all of those guys so much. And Bon Jovi obviously was amazing. It truly, each artist is just a whole different experience, and I can say we've always had great ones with these artists that we open for. They've always all been so kind. So we never take a moment for granted, and it's always a great opportunity to be able to learn. We went on tour with Kid Rock a couple years ago, and just in those couple of shows that we did with him, we learned so much just by watching him perform every night and watching the way he handles himself even backstage, and his pre-show rituals and how you take care of yourself on the road. There's so much that goes into it. So it's always a blessing to open up for artists and learn from them.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, your music is fantastic. We're going to play a song of yours right now, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more if you can hang out for a couple of more songs. This first one's called Needle in a Haystack. Tell us a little bit about the story behind this one.
Oh, it's a fan favorite. Everyone always loves Needle in a Haystack. We always like to say it's the accurate representation of our love lives for a very long time. Searching for love is like a needle in a haystack.
There you go. I love it. And by the way, I was going to say with the Bon Jovi, I've been living on a prayer too for quite a while now. So
us too.
That's the way this business works, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely. This is Sweet Tea Trio, Needle in a Haystack.
Searching for love's like a needle in a haystack. Once in a lifetime, a lifelong dream. Searching for love's like a needle in a haystack. Once in a lifetime, a lifelong dream. Hoping for a keeper in an ocean of throwback. Searching for love is like a needle in a haystack. Leaving for your look can get kinda risky. Hurts either way, hey, it's kinda prickly. Ain't found it yet, Cupid ain't even nicked me. One day soon somebody's gonna get me. Searching for love's like a needle in a haystack. Once in a lifetime, a lifelong dream. Hoping for a keeper in an ocean of throwback. Searching for love is like a needle in a haystack. Took a few holes in it, it ain't happening. Wasted sparks, so it's hated passion. Knowing my chances are 1 in a million. Day in, day out, I just keep digging. Searching for love's like a needle in a haystack. Once in a lifetime, a lifelong dream. Hoping for a keeper in an ocean of throwback. Searching for love is like a needle in a haystack. Yeah, searching for love's like a needle in a haystack. Once in a lifetime, a lifelong dream. Hoping for a keeper in an ocean of throwback. Searching for love is like a needle in a haystack. 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 Needle in a haystack.
They are Sweet Tea Trio. That is called Needle in a Haystack. Fantastic song. And, oh, man, the harmonies, you guys got it going on.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this, too. I didn't ask you in the first set, but how long you guys been doing this thing together?
The band has been together for about, what is it, girls, 9 years?
Yeah, 8.5, 9 years. So a very long time.
There you go. They call Nashville a 10-year town, so it takes at least that long to maybe get discovered. And I'm 10 years in doing this program, so we're on our way, aren't we?
That's what we keep praying for. You said earlier you were living on a prayer. So are we.
Absolutely. I'm going to say one for you guys right after the show. That's awesome. Let me ask you this, too. How did you come up with the name Sweet Tea Trio? That's my favorite tea, by the way. My wife likes unsweet. I'm a sweet tea person.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so we actually were entering into a singing competition. It was called the Mid-South Fair at the time, and we were a new band, and we needed a name to be able to enter into the contest. And so Victoria's mom, actually someone that she works with, came up with the name Sweet Tea, and eventually later on, we tacked on the trio because you'd be surprised how many sweet tea companies there are across the United States. So we needed to add a little more definition there, and then we tacked on trio. So, and the rest is history. Sweet Tea Trio.
Absolutely.
It's a tongue twister. Say it 5 times fast.
There you go. And I'll need to pray again if I'm going to try that. But that way, nobody got your website. You got that domain name too. I'm looking at it right now, so that's awesome.
Blue check.
Let me ask you this. You've opened for Bon Jovi, you've opened for Alabama, and maybe some other ones that we didn't talk about. What would be you guys' ladies' dream gig? Any artist that maybe you could open for, or maybe one of you want to do a duet with, male, female? Who would that artist be? And we'll start with Kate.
Oh, mercy. Way to put us on the spot. So for our trio, I think it would be really, really cool for the three of us to do a duet with Cody Johnson. I love his music. I think he's so talented. Or maybe even like Ashley McBride. I feel like she would be so fun to sing harmonies with. So obviously we're a band that loves harmonies. So to be able to add harmonies to someone else's record and put our taste and spin on it, I think would be so cool.
Oh, we love us some Cody Johnson around here. You know, we were playing him when he was still an independent artist, and he sold out NRG Stadium down there in Houston, Texas, as an independent artist, and that still has not been done by anybody else as an independent yet. But Cody Johnson has it, and yeah, he's fantastic. And we were playing his music, and now he's big time. But I'll still pull out a Cody Johnson song every once in a while. Till You Can't, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's bringing country music back, and that's why we love him.
There you go. How about you, Charity? Who would you like to either open for or maybe do a duet with on stage?
Ooh, for me, I feel like it has to be Miranda Lambert.
There you go.
I've always been a big Miranda fan, but her last album is just so good.
Oh, yeah. I love her, too. There's a great George Strait tribute show here in Branson, and the wife of the gentleman that does the George Strait part, she gets up there and sings, but she can really do justice to Miranda's House That Built Me. I love that one. Yep, that is a fantastic song. Great songwriter, too, Miranda Lambert. Victoria, how about you?
Yeah, that's so hard to choose. There's so many great artists out there, and so many that are, on the scene now, and so many that are like legendary. It's like I can't even pick. I would say Loretta Lynn.
Yeah,
because
there you
it's
go.
like, why not go for gold? Go for the queen of country music. Or Dolly Parton would be my number one, I think.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Some of them you only need to say one word. Dolly, Reba, some of those, huh?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yep, everybody knows who they are. Well, everybody's going to know who Sweet Tea Trio is, too. You guys are fantastic. I want to thank you for the time tonight. Where can we find you? I've been looking at your website, but where can they find you on social media if they want to check out more?
Yeah, so our website is www.sweetteatrio.com. If you go there, it also has all of our social links. But in case you don't have a way to get to our website, that's okay. You can just type in Sweet Tea, like the drink, and Trio into pretty much any social media platform, and we're on there. And like Charity said, we have new music out. It's titled Sweet Tea Trio Sugar Rush, and it's 6 songs that we've poured our hearts and souls into, and it's on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever it is you listen to music, you can go check it out.
Absolutely. Love your music, and you guys are fantastic. Thanks for doing this interview, and thanks to our good friend Barry Rogers for setting it up. He's great. I'm going to be working and interviewing with another one of his artists in the bottom half of hour number 2 of this show, so stay tuned for a gentleman by the name of Aaron Lacombe as well. The second single is called Time Machine. They are Sweet Tea Trio on Today's Country with KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
You're pulling in my drum again, at the door, hovering, thinking that you're gonna change my mind. I can't unhear those hateful words, no girl deserves you. Said I'm sure, and they're enough to make Chuck Norris cry. You might be sorry, but there ain't a snowball's a time machine. Rewind and change the past, take back the words you didn't mean. A time machine. The only future you're gonna have is one that's without me, unless you got a time machine. You say you're a better man, but you'll need a DeLorean to prove it ain't just deja vu again. I'm yours if you erase her, spin the earth into reverse, but we both know you ain't no Superman. We had it good, so way to go, Einstein. Guess it's goodbye, 'cause I ain't got the time, and you ain't got the time machine. Rewind and change the past, take back the words you didn't mean. A time machine. The only future you're gonna have is one that's without me, unless you got a time machine. I know you had a plan to come back and be my man. The only way you can is if you got a time machine. Rewind and change the past, take back the words you didn't mean. A time machine. The only future you're gonna have is one that's without me, unless you got a time machine. You better have a time machine. You ain't got a time machine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time machine.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I was so close, standing on the ledge. My heart was hanging by a thread, and you were the edge. I dropped to the bottom of the muddy water. and dance. Had to take a chance on this rebel romance. He loves me like a child and he fights like a man for me. Double bubble sliding across the sun-stained dash, singing Dixieland Delight to a gravel road and dance. It's that Alabama smile that I can't get past. I was looking for a love that lasted. Now that I'm here, I'll never look back. That's why I took a chance on this rebel romance. Rebel, 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 rebel romance. Rebel, rebel, rebel,
Three great young ladies. They call themselves Sweet Tea Trio. They are Kate, Charity, and Victoria, all from Alabama. Go check them out on their website, sweetteatrio.com. They are amazing. Welcome to the second hour of today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show, KICR, Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that. We are live on our website every Thursday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. And we have a great show lined up for you with lots more live entertainment coming up in hour number 2, and there's a third hour as well. So stay tuned for that. At the bottom half of this hour, Aaron Lacombe will join us from the great state of Texas. This next artist is from Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson, here about 30-40 minutes north. His name is Danny Terrell. Mom hanging out with us tonight in our live chat room. You can check out the video to this next single on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. It is Hold On from Danny Terrell on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
When the storms come blowing out of nowhere and your good time starts slipping away, when it feels like the world is stacked against you, just hold on and keep the faith. You got to hold on when the seconds turn to hours. Hold on when the darkness seems to win. Don't you believe you're just a pawn in its power? Let it roll off your shoulders till a new day begins. You've got to hold on. You got to hold on. Just hold on. When all hope feels lost and there's nowhere left to run to, when you're all alone with your back against the wall, you can't see how you'll ever get around it. Just hold on in the face of it all. You've got to hold on when the seconds turn to hours. Hold on when the darkness seems to win. Don't you believe you're just a pawn in its power? Let it roll off your shoulders till a new day begins. You've got to hold on. You got to hold on. You're not alone. There's a light that's still shining. It'll find a way to get to you. Hold on when the seconds turn to hours. Hold on when the darkness seems to win. Don't you believe you're just a pawn in its power? Let it roll off your shoulders till a new day begins. They finally sold that old house of mine. Farmhouse, kitchen, and empty rooms. Big old tree from where I watched the moon. Hidden up high in them whispering leaves. Best of my childhood memories. Built from daddy's love and sweat. Filled with peace and my innocence. Those four walls got to talking. The stories they'd be recalling would tell you everything about who I am. I spent half my life dreaming out loud, 10 feet high above the ground. I grew wings like big boys do. That old abandoned tree house gave me roots. Yeah, my roots. I remember Daddy cussing up a storm when that rusted hammer smashed his thumb. Mama bringing us some chicken and biscuits, or so a needle to dig out the splinters. A secret password if you want it in. A crooked ladder to an old rope swing. Summer rain dancing on the tin roof. Spin the bottle with a perfect view. If those four walls got to talking, the stories they'd be recalling would tell you everything about who I am. I spent half my life dreaming out loud, 10 feet high above the ground. I grew wings like big boys do. That old abandoned tree house gave me roots. Yeah, my roots. Every board and every nail has its own story to tell. Ain't nothing but a minute growing up in it. The walls know everything. Yeah, everything. 'Cause I spent half my life dreaming out loud, 10 feet high above the ground. I grew wings like big boys do. That old abandoned tree house gave me roots. Yeah, my roots. That old tree house of mine, it gave me my roots. It gave me my roots. Yeah, my roots.
You can also check out the video to Roots by Danny Terrell on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. We want to give a big shout out to Danny Terrell hanging out with us live in our chat room right now. You can find it on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, the Spreaker Live radio player. Double tap that little chat bubble you see bouncing around. Come in and say hello to him. His mom's in here. We are all hanging out and having a good time listening to New Country's Best. I want to give a big shout out to his songwriters as well. Jill Chase, Ron Mador, David Wagner, and Cindy Rogie. They are awesome songwriters. They all collaborate from different parts of the country. David Wagner we have met in person, and I've interviewed Ron Mador on the radio and some of his songs. He's actually been the artist on a few cuts, and he is fantastic. And we're all talking every day almost, or every week, over coffee. How about that right there? Mr. Danny Terrell, one more time. The triple play is called In a Little While on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I've been thinking at night while the world's asleep, dealing with the waves of emotions that run deep. Butterflies keeping me awake, create a nervous smile I can't hide. The only thought that saves me is knowing you'll be here in a little while. My world will change. Your love cuts right stains, gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you in a little while. This life's a vapor, but right now it's passing by so slow. A second is an eternity when love steals the soul. The unpaved road that lies ahead might be a wild ride, but I'm ready to take it. That's when I fall into your eyes. The path becomes clear. In a little while, my world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains, gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you in a little while. You found the perfect dress and everyone loves the ring. Changed my future with yes. It's still so hard to believe. In a little while, my world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. It gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you. Just know I'll be with you in a little while.
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
I saw some blonde hair blowing out your shotgun window. You even went and cleaned up your truck. I heard she's vegan and she grew up on the West Coast. Just like that, I ain't mad we broke up. Don't know her, but I know you. I hate to be the one to break the news. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her in the saddle, fix her up with some tackle, but she don't know the first thing to do. Won't fix your biscuits like you like them. You can wish and you can try, but you can't small town or big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. You either grew up like we did or you didn't. You don't teach a whippoorwill to sing. Take her way out and do some nitty-gritty fishing, but it'll never turn her into me. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her wishing you can try, but you can't. Small town or big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. Oh no, yeah, I bet she drinks her beer from a glass. I bet you when you get a dip she gets mad. And when she don't know all the words to friends in low places, boy, you gon' be wanting me back. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her in the saddle, tell her go round up the cattle, but she don't know the first thing to do. Won't fix your biscuits like you like 'em. You can wish and you can try, but you can't. Small town or big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. Country in the girl.
Song number 2.
I'm like cotton blowing in the breeze on the plains of West Texas somewhere. I need a place where I can spread my wings, feel the rush and the wind in my hair. Just like a bird with a sweet song, just know I'm gonna get stuck in your head. Oh no, but baby, don't sing along so much that you ain't gonna forget. 'Cause boy, I'm wild as the west, leave your head in a mess, get your heart beating out of your chest. You feel like an old Mustang, chasing that freight train, cursing the day we met. Say if you know what's best, let me be wild like the West. Honey, I can be a quick fix, I'll ride with the windows down. But I ain't the kind of plow that you wanna pick. Oh baby, you should know by now. Then I'm wild as the West, leave your head in a mess, get your heart beating out of your chest. You feel like an old Mustang, chasing that freight train, cursing the day we met. Say if you know what's best, let me be wild like the West. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, go on and wrap me up tonight. I'm just saying it, don't hold on too tight. 'Cause boy, I'm wild as the West, leave your head in a mess, get your heart beating out of your chest. You feel like an old Mustang, chasing that freight train, cursing the day we met. 'Cause boy, I'm wild as the West, leave your head in a mess, get your heart beating out of your chest. You feel like an old Mustang, chasing that freight train, cursing the day we met. Say if you know what's best, let me be wild like the West. If you know what's best, let me be wild like the West.
Her name is Jenna Paulette. She is from the great state of Texas. That is a great song called Wild Like the West. And before that, another one called Country in the Girl. That girl could sure sing the country, that is for sure. The third one in the triple play has a video to it you can check out on our website, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. This is called El Paso, talking about a town in Texas on KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
I bet you out there checking fences, bringing all the mail in, 2 fingers of bourbon waiting for me to check in. And when you go to sleep in our bed, I
hope you know you're in my head, pulling me a little closer, your lips kissing my shoulder. You're promising you'll hold me and love me when I'm old me, but not a damn thing would change, even when I fly away. You got both feet on the ground, I'm on the moon up so high, shining down on a different town, just dreaming as big as the Texas sky. But now I'm missing home while I'm out here on the road. Ooh, yeah. You got away with that last soul, pulling me back to El Paso. I lost track of all the miles, sleeping in between the cities, but I can't forget your smile, cause I got your picture with me. So even in this hotel bed, you're the only thing in my head. When I'm under bright lights, it almost gets me too high. But baby, every word I sing about you, every word's the whole damn truth. You got both feet on the ground, I'm on the moon up so high, shining down on a different town, just dreaming as big as the Texas sky. But now I'm missing home while I'm out here on the road. Ooh, yeah. You got away with that last soul, pulling me back to El Paso. When I'm under bright lights, it almost gets me too high. But baby, every word I sing about you, every word's the whole damn truth. You got both feet on the ground, I'm on the moon up so high, shining down on a different town, just dreaming as big as the Texas sky. But now I'm missing home while I'm out here on the road. Ooh, yeah. You got away with that last soul, pulling me back to El Paso.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Country girl, come on and give me a smile. Stay with me just for a while. Come on and dance with me in this honky-tonk bar. You and me together, well, we're gonna go far. Country girl, you rock my world. Well, the first time I saw you, I just couldn't close my mouth. Well, you look so fine that my mind just went down south. Well, sitting with the girls just talking about the boys. Hey, look at me, sugar, and forget that noise. Country girl, I'm your man. Country girl, come on and give me a smile. Stay with me just for a while. Come on and dance with me in this honky-tonk bar. You and me together, where we're gonna go far. Country girl, you rock my world. Oh, let's rock it now. Well, the next time I saw you, my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah, I tried to walk, but I was tripping all over my feet.
Hey, I wanna love you. Hey, I wanna hug you. I wanna tease you. Hey, I wanna squeeze you. So come on back to me. Hey, I've been thinking what I've been missing. I've been thinking, ooh, you've been kissing. So come on back to me. Well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, hey, I wanna kiss you. Hey, 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 and I wanna squeeze you. Hey, 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 I've been thinking. Hey, what I've been missing. Hey, I've been thinking. Hey, ooh, you've been kissing. Hey, well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Hey, 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 hey.
So I crank up 3 songs from this gentleman and it becomes a party in this radio station and in our live chat room, and we're having a good time. Some great music right there. Jonathan Lynn, Come Back to Me, and Country Girl. We got a bunch of them hanging out in our live chat room right now. You can join the party on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. The live Spreaker radio player is on the air right now. Double tap that chat bubble and make yourself a free Spreaker account. Come in and say hello to yours truly and all the fine folks in here that we call family that listen and chat in the chat room. The third single for Jonathan Lynn, his latest one, it is called The Mightiest of Men on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Will the mightiest of men have had their troubled times? They've walked down lonely roads and through the potholes of life, and they knew in their hearts there was another way. It wasn't very easy to make it through each day. Well, the mightiest of men have got down on their knees and prayed out to Jesus in their times of need.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
number 2.
Everything that I
Dusty Lee from Nashville, Tennessee. That is called Behind the Whiskey. And the first one, her latest single, it is called Angry Right Now. And I'm happy right now. We're going to have another radio interview here in just a moment. But Dusty Lee is your current Female Vocalist of the Year for the ISSA Awards, the International Singer-Songwriter Association, that was held just a few weeks ago in Atlanta, Georgia. So congratulations to her on winning Female Vocalist of the Year. And you can tell why in the first two songs. Third song is a major smash hit, a fan favorite around here. It is a song she wrote about her father. It is called 99 Halos from Dusty Lee on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
We said goodbye 3 years ago today. There ain't been one single night without you for me.
called 99 Halos, 3 songs in a row. That's how we're doing it for every artist tonight on Triple Play Thursday. Well, I'm excited to play this gentleman's music tonight. Mr. Aaron Lacombe is live with us on the radio. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for doing the interview tonight. We sure do appreciate it.
Of course.
And you're from the great state of Texas, I hear.
I live in Texas, yes. I was born and raised outside of Detroit, but
okay.
I am as my friend says, I got to Texas as fast as I could.
There you go. Hey, if you love country music, that's not a bad place to be. Most of the music that I receive comes from Texas artists and Canadians as well. Canada's big on country music.
Yeah, for sure, and they have some great ones.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you for doing the interview. Thank Barry Rogers, your publicist, again, for hooking us up. He's a great guy, and we've been talking about him off the air and a lot on the air here lately. We love working with Barry.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I've been listening to your music for a little bit before we did the interview tonight, and you're making some good stuff. To get on this program, I was telling you off the air, we call it New Country's Best around here, and to get 3 songs on here, that's an accomplishment, man. So congratulations.
Well, I sure appreciate it, man. I appreciate you listening. I worked real hard on that thing.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about your musical journey. Growing up in Michigan, and I have some country music artists from Michigan. I met a young lady, Bernadette Catherine, that still lives up there back in 2014 at an award show we did in Nashville. Fantastic young lady and great artist. But tell us about why you wanted to get into country music and how that kind of happened for you.
Well, I just was real fortunate to grow up in a household where music was important. My parents had this incredible sound system and a great record collection, and so I grew up listening to James Taylor and Billy Joel and Creedence Clearwater and just all that good stuff that's real lyrically driven, and it wasn't country, obviously. I do remember hearing Willie Nelson on the radio occasionally, but country in Michigan at that time, we're talking early 80s, wasn't much on the radio. As a matter of fact, I always joke that the first country song I ever heard was the intro to the Dukes of Hazzard. And I think that might be true.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom was a musician and sang in the church choir. My dad wasn't really a musician, but his mom had some talent. And so it just was kind of assumed that I would go into, of course, nobody predicted or really wanted for me to become a professional musician, because that's a whole different kind of life.
Yeah.
But I was given a trumpet in the 6th grade and a guitar shortly thereafter, and I was in rock bands in high school and stuff. But the transition to country, the songs I've written have always kind of been stories. They're they have there's a narrative in them, and that's hard to do in a rock and roll song,
Yeah.
So over time, I just sort of started writing more and more country sounding stuff, and I'll never forget my buddy Blake one day said to me, Aaron, you write country music. You might as well just go ahead and admit it. And I remember that hurting my feelings a little bit at first, but it's the truth.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you, that's why I love doing these interviews, because of the stories behind the songs and the stories that country music tells. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really neat space. Country's such a wide umbrella. You've got stuff like Townes Van Zandt and Guy Clark and all those guys, and then you've got more modern stuff. You've got your Garth Brookses and you've got your, Alan Jacksons and all that stuff. And it's such a wide umbrella to be under.
Yeah.
You can kind of just do whatever the heck you want.
Last hour, I just interviewed 3 young ladies that Barry set me up with, called Sweet Tea Trio, and they're from Alabama, and of course they've opened for Alabama, the group, which is on their 50th anniversary tour right now. They've been doing it a long time, but they've also opened for Bon Jovi, so a wide variety of music right there. But they're just fantastic young ladies. And so many different. I asked each one of them, who inspired them, and it was just different all the way around, because but most of it country music now, and so it's the most probably popular genre out there right now, especially on the radio.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So we love that. Let me ask you this now. How long have you been doing country music? And the song that we're going to play, first one's going to actually drop at midnight tonight. So that's great timing.
Yeah. So, I've been playing music since I was in junior high school, I guess. Or maybe y'all call it middle school where you're from. I don't know. It seems to vary all over.
It was junior high when I went growing up, but it's middle school now pretty much, yeah.
Here in Texas, I think they call it middle school. But, I was playing guitar and writing songs back then. And, so I was in a rock band in high school, but as soon as that band broke up, I kind of traded in my electric for an acoustic guitar because I knew I was going to be writing and singing on my own for a while. And I guess that's really kind of when it happened is, I just transitioned to, a little less anger and angst in my songs and a little more trying to tell a story and, bring out some feelings in people.
Yeah.
And so, you take my age and subtract that. It's been a long time, man.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, good deal. Yeah. Down there in Texas, lots of great country music. We talked about that a little bit, but you probably have watched one gentleman really blossom in the last 25 years, and he's been doing it even longer than that. There was an artist that canceled a show. He couldn't make it at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo in 1983, and they called George Strait to take his place. And he was, he's cutting horses on his farm and doing all of that stuff. And so he said, yeah, I'll take that spot. And that was his big break in 1983. The artist that couldn't make it was Eddie Rabbitt.
Oh, wow.
So, that was his big break at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show in 1983. And that's basically where George Strait got discovered.
That's pretty cool.
And,
I don't even know that I'd heard a George Strait song before I moved down here to Texas. Because like I said, in the 80s in Detroit, there just was no way to hear that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And, man, you just can't help but become a fan immediately.
Uh-huh. Yep, and
it was...
most of the stuff that is George Strait's biggest hits, he did not write. He's not a big songwriter. Right. Dean Dillon, who's now in the Country Music Hall of Fame, wrote most of George's hits. But can you imagine? I mean, he broke Conway's record. Conway died in Springfield, Missouri, just north of where I'm at in Branson. And he had, I think, 55 number ones, or 51. George Strait broke that with 60. So I don't know that that'll ever be done again, but that's just something else, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's sad, but it seems like artists just don't stick around as long as they used to anymore.
Yeah.
So, you'll hear about a band and they'll be around, they'll have a great first album, and maybe their second album's kind of okay, and then they just sort of disappear.
Yeah.
It happens so much lately. You don't really. It's pretty rare that somebody sticks around for 15 albums like George Strait did.
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
70 albums. Willie Nelson has.
When I asked Sweet Tea Trio, and I'll ask you the same thing, some of the artists that influenced you, just by hearing the names, you start thinking of songs that they sing.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how timeless this music is when you do make it to that level. So let me ask you, who are some of the artists? You didn't know George Strait pretty much in country music, but now that you probably listen to more of it, who are some of your favorite artists' names that we might know?
I have a holy trinity of songwriters that I think are just the three best there ever was.
Mm-hmm.
Lyle Lovett, James Taylor, and Willie Nelson.
Oh, there you go.
And, they're just so good at putting a story to song and just, it's always wrapped up in such a beautiful way. It's just amazing how they do it time after time.
Yeah. And don't have to have those powerful vocals. I mean, Willie doesn't have it. James Taylor doesn't have it. Lyle Lovett.
Right.
It's just, it's lyrically and just musically the best, man. And that's what makes it classic.
And maybe that's part of what's so inspiring to me is that, I've never considered myself a singer, really. It was sort of, I wasn't even the singer of that rock band I was in high school. I just sort of did it because I had all these songs I was writing and somebody had to sing them,
Yeah.
It's not something I ever pictured myself doing, but here we are.
Well, there you go. And Barry Rogers hooked us up, and you're working with a great guy. How did you guys get together?
He did some work for another artist named Brody Castor.
Okay.
Who happened to record at the same studio as I was with this last one. And so I reached out to the producer, Chad Malden, and just said, hey, do you know of anybody that does PR? Because, it's a, man, if you just went and Googled, PR for musicians, God knows what you'd end up with and what you'd end up paying.
Mm-hmm.
So I if I was going to put the money into it, I wanted to make sure I found somebody that believed in my music,
Yeah.
And so Barry and I talked bunch of times on the phone before he agreed to take me on as a client and before I decided to go ahead with it. So, it's just nice to have somebody on your side that believes in what you're doing.
Absolutely. I've interviewed Brody Castor a couple of times. About 3 months ago was our last interview, and Barry set that up as well. So, yeah, you're working with some good people, that's for sure, and so is Barry. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. I just met Brody at that thing we did with Allie Colleen.
I was just going to say, you were hanging out with Allie Colleen this week. She's the daughter of one Mr. Garth Brooks, and by the way, I told you about it off the air. Garth Brooks is coming to Branson, Missouri, October the 1st, so if you guys are anywhere near Branson or had never been, want to come, now's the time to do it. You can get Garth Brooks tickets. He's going to be at the Timber Creek PBR event that Johnny Morris, that owns Bass Pro, is putting together October the 1st, and so you can definitely be able to go to Ticketmaster is where they're selling the tickets for Garth Brooks October the 1st in Branson, Missouri. That's going to be awesome. But I've interviewed Allie Colleen, his daughter, and I couldn't say that was his daughter on the radio or anything at the time that night, and she wants to do it on her own. She doesn't want to use Daddy's money, and she is super talented as well, and I haven't got to meet her in person, but I did interview her on the radio like I'm talking to you, and we'll all meet one of these days because we're trying to get you guys together to come to Branson, all of you, for a big country music festival we want to do.
Yeah, I got to say, I was really impressed with her set. I played acoustic. I had a guitar player with me, and then there were two full bands. Brody was one of them. There was another one, Wayne Ellison. And then she closed the night with an acoustic set, which isn't a normal move. You usually don't follow up an acoustic set, a full band set with an acoustic solo. But man, she was just great. The songs were so heartfelt, and it was a really nice evening.
Yep. I'll tell you an app that I'm finding a lot of folks on, and I don't know if you're on it, but this might be something to think about, is she's doing a lot of TikTok lives and doing acoustic stuff on there as well, and just killing it. So that's one of the biggest things right now in social media is TikTok, and I'm finding a lot of artists on there, and I've ended up interviewing several from that little app. I'll reach out to them and say, hey, love your stuff. We'd love to play you on the radio and interview you. If you're interested, hit me up. They email me, and there you go. So
I haven't quite made the TikTok transition yet. Yeah. I'm still terrible at Instagram, so I figured I'd get a little better at that.
Try having a face for radio. I'm not on there much either, but I do surf it a lot because I'm specifically looking for country music, and there's a lot of other stuff on there, of course, that you just have to scroll on by. But I'll tell you what, that is a very popular thing, and doing these little 15 to 30 second short videos really catch my attention, and this is something to think about for the artist out there, you included. It makes you want to hear more. I want to hear the full song, and so I go search you up on YouTube, and I want to hear the full MP3 or see if there's a video to it, and get the full thing, and then I'll reach out and say, hey, that's good enough. I want to put that on the radio for sure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, it's they call them teasers, and I get some of those, and those things they truly are teasers. They make you want to go out and research that and search a little more, because I'll tell you what, I know if a song's good enough in 30 seconds to be on this program.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yep.
Maybe one day I'll get big time enough where I can just hire a 20-year-old to do my TikTok for me.
There you go. I need that too. My daughter's 20. So my daughter's 26. She's already over the hill on that. So.
Well, maybe we can split her. She work for you.
That's right. There you go. Hey, that's a good idea. She'll do that. She'll work for tips right now.
There you go.
So tell me about that too. Do you have a family at home, and what do they think about you wanting to be into this country music scene?
It's funny you should say that. There was an article posted the other day, or it was actually an interview for a podcast, and it said interview with country music sensation Aaron LaCombe, which is my mom called me immediately, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're a music sensation!" I'm like, Mom, it's like it's not. That's just a word somebody chose. It's hilarious. She's always been in my corner. She's been really supportive. Yep. My whole family has been, and they're all back in Michigan. But they've been super supportive and cool about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And having Barry in your corner and guys like that, and then your family, that's the biggest thing. You know, when they support what you're doing, and if this is a lifelong dream of yours maybe, or just a dream that you want to fulfill and, you know, and get paid to do it, it's not a bad gig getting paid to play music, is it?
Yeah, that's for sure. I think about it. You know, I used to run a handful of restaurants, and every time I'm at a place playing on a Friday night watching everybody else work so hard, and I'm up there usually with a cold beer, singing some songs. I have to sit there for a minute and just be real grateful that I'm able to do what I do. Absolutely.
When you put your boots on, it's a different kind of boots. Some of those guys out there doing construction and all of that, and I worked in West Texas. I've seen it, and those dust storms that come in and everything. I worked construction out there before, back in 2008. So that's but that's a good relaxation for them to go hear live country music. And you know, the last 2 years, boy, we've been missing that when this pandemic rolled in. So it's great to see it back, isn't it?
Yeah, you and me both, man. It was kind of terrifying to have everything just kind of go away there for a minute.
Yeah.
And you know, there were a couple of false starts. We thought we were back, and then it was gone again.
Yep.
You know, it got really scary there for a bit. I will say I got a lot of writing done. I recorded 2 albums, but that doesn't pay money like touring does, you know.
Well, and it even happened to the big names like Garth Brooks. He canceled his last 5 stadium tours. He was in Arrowhead Stadium at Kansas City, Missouri, which I'm a huge Chiefs fan, and they're playing football tonight, their last preseason game at Arrowhead. But Garth went ahead and, you know, just for everybody's safety, canceled his last 5 stadium tour shows, about a year ago. So now here we are back to, he's coming back around to the middle of the country, to Branson, Missouri, in October in a couple of months. So, it's sure good to see that coming back because, he puts on just a great, great show. I saw him do the deal on Showtime years ago in Central Park, and it was just crazy good, or HBO, I think it was,
Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen some shows on TV, but I've never seen him live, and I really admire his energy, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch. I would love to see him live one day.
Yep. And that movement started this whole big concert production thing, and a lot of artists love to do something similar to what he's doing, with the pyrotechnics and all of that on stage. The last 3 girls I just interviewed, Sweet Tea Trio, they're being produced by none other than Kid Rock. So
Yep. I met was it Chastity is one of the members of that?
Yeah, Charity.
And Charity, that's right. I spoke to her briefly through Barry one time because they come through Texas sometimes and I come through Alabama sometimes. We were talking about the booking challenges and all that stuff, and so I've checked out some of their music, man. They're really great.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you are too, brother. Let's play one of your songs. We got one. First one's called "Dream Along with Me." Tell us about this one.
Speaking of the pandemic, I wrote it right in the middle of it, just about how grateful I was to have my girl with me in a time when none of our plans were going right, and it would have been easy to get stressed out and sort of turn on each other, but we just kind of figured it out, man, and moved on forward. And so the song is about how much more important it is to have somebody like that than it is that all your plans happen exactly the way you planned them. Oh,
I love it. Love the stories behind the songs. I appreciate you telling that. I get hundreds of song titles, and until I do these interviews, really don't know what the song's about, even after you listen to it or when I listen to it, until I do these interviews.
Right.
So I love that. Aaron Lacombe, this is called Dream Along With Me on today's Country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
When she closes her eyes, she sees a house along the Guadalupe River, with 2 chairs in the grass out by the fire. And when I close my eyes, I'm sitting right there with her. Family gathered around at supper time, at a table long enough to feed an army. Sundays with the grandkids to ourselves, we ain't ever gonna give them back now, are we? Our dreams may be far farther down the road than we'd like them to be. What good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. There's been days lately when the things we want grew farther in the distance. In fact, it seems like most of the last year that anything we tried met up with some resistance. Work is only getting harder. We might only have the strength to say goodnight. But I'll be at that house along the river, by your side in the sleep till morning light. Our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. And every bump along the road to wherever we may go will make the getting there the sweeter in the end. And if all our hopes and all our plans slip like water through our hands, we'll pick it up and put the whole thing back together again. Our dreams may be far-fetched or farther down the road than we'd like them to be. But what good is a dream that's right in front of us to see? She says, honey, I know better than to think that anything in this whole world's a guarantee. I just need for you to dream along with me. I just need for you to dream along with me.
His name is Aaron Lacombe. That song drops tonight at midnight. You need to go get that one, and we'll tell you how here in just a little bit. Great song, my friend. Dream Along With Me. And I love the story behind it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this tonight. You know, you're probably still recouping from hanging out with Allie Colleen and all the folks that you've been hanging out with. And Bastrop, Texas is the town that you guys was in, right? You there?
Yeah.
Yo, okay.
Sorry, what was your question?
I said, yeah, you're probably still recouping from hanging out with Allie Colleen and all of those folks just this past week in Bastrop, Texas is where it was, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, it was. And Bastrop is a cool little place, man. I've never really hung out there before, but they've got some neat little restaurants and a record store. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, yeah, we love your music, and keep doing your thing in the state of Texas, and we'll definitely do our part to get your music played on the radio. You're going out to 14 stations tonight, too, by the way, with your music, so.
That's awesome, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. No.
Anybody that's in the corner of new country music and folks that are doing original stuff. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we do here and been doing it for a long time, and I love it. You know, there's so much talent out there that a lot of these talent shows that I watch can't even scratch the surface of what's really out there. So.
Certainly, yeah.
And it's hard for me to do it too, because I still have a full-time gig and then a radio and TV channel. So, and I think you said you are working on a video, right?
Yep, should be out next week. It's for Fluorescent Lights, which is on the new record.
Absolutely. So we got Indie Country Television, and we'll keep you in mind for that too, or keep us in mind. Send us the link, and we'll get you on there. We appreciate your time tonight, Aaron Lacombe. Where can folks find you on social media? I've been looking at your website.
Yeah, if you go to aaronlacombe.com, it'll branch you out to all the Facebook and Instagram and Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. But you can pretty much just search Aaron Lacombe on any of those things, and I should pop right up. There aren't too many other people named that out there.
Right. And it's Lacombe. So Aaron Lacombe. Check him out, and .com behind that, and you're good to go. You'll be able to find him and continue to appreciate the music that he's making. And we look forward to the video to your next song. And thanks for the time tonight. You're fantastic.
Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Tell us about this next song real quick, and then I'll play it on the radio before we end the interview. But it's called Home Is Where You Park It.
Yeah, I've been, I lived in an RV for a little while. I had an Airstream trailer, and now when I travel, when I'm on tour, I have a little van that I've built out. And it's just kind of about, when I'm out on the road, I see lots of people living in motorhomes these days and cruising around and just kind of enjoying that kind of life. And it's just kind of an ode to that lifestyle.
Man, I love that. We've been talking about that. If we could ever downsize enough to do that, and, I'd love to take this show on the road just like you guys and do, some of the festivals that I was telling you about that we're planning. That would be a lot of fun. So I love traveling across the country, and meeting folks like you over the radio is great, but boy, to meet in person's even better.
Yeah, for sure. There's nothing quite like it.
Yep, absolutely.
You appreciate personal contact all the more after the last few years.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we appreciate it, and I'm giving you a fist pump right now on the radio. So how's that?
I appreciate it.
Aaron, you betcha. Aaron Lacombe, this is Home Is Where You Park It on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best Triple Play Thursday.
Headed north on Interstate 25. If you want to pass me, here's your chance, son, look alive. We hit Raton Pass and start to climb. I'll be pedal to the metal, barely doing 45. I got all the gas I need for miles, but I'll pull off at the exit, maybe rest my eyes a while. Sunrise at the rest stop near Trinidad. There's time for coffee on the roof, making better time than I planned. They say you can't take it with you when you go. I've been gone for 20 years and carrying everything I own. I got four wheels where my roots used to go. I say home is where you park it, and brother, I'm always home. Stares right back at you. You'd be amazed at just how great folks really are. On the highways and the back roads, in the old cafes and bars. They say you can't take it with you when you go. that man some space. He don't seem like he's all there. With a life out on the road, nothing borrowed, nothing owed, makes it pretty hard to care. In the Walmart parking lot, there ain't much to look at, but it's cheaper than an RV spot. There's some guys I met in Tucson last year. They'll be coming through at the same time. We'll meet up for a couple beers. They say you can't take it with you when you go. I've been gone for 20 years, carrying everything I own. I got 4 wheels where my roots used to go. And I say home is where you park it. Brother, I'm always home. Whoa.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Every morning starts the same around here. I get up before the sun appears, start the coffee maker up, pour some in my favorite cup and drink it as I'm headed out the door. The cupboard's full of mugs that work just fine. They're all clean and ready, but they just ain't mine. Faded logo's all but gone, the handle barely holding on. The place I got it ain't around no more. People keep their things all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. So if it works, it's good enough for me. I'll probably let it be for today. Perfect never lasts, as long as you were hoping all my favorite things are a little bit broken. My old truck has seen its better days. 8 miles to the gallon on the highway. The horn stopped working years ago and the AC won't blow cold. It burns about a quart of oil a week. All my friends are driving brand new rigs with heated leather seats and all those fancy things. Mine is like a trusted friend, I couldn't bear to trade her in. She always gets me where I need to be. Some people keep their things all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. So if it works, it's good enough for me, and I'll probably let it be for today. Perfect never lasts, as long as you were hoping all my favorite things are a little bit broken. Pick your friends, but not your family. None of mine are perfect, but they're all right by me. Perfect people always seem to suck, if you know what I mean. They're always going on about themselves. I'd rather spend my time with real folks who drink a bit too much and tell dirty jokes, who've made mistakes and lived to tell, been in fights and gone through hell, and aren't afraid to ask a friend for help. Some people keep themselves all brand new and flawless, but I've never been that cautious anyway. If it works, it's good enough for me, and I'm bound to let it be for today. Perfect never lasts, as long as you were hoping all my favorite people are a little bit broken. A little bit broken. A little bit broken.
His name is Aaron Lacombe. We just wrapped up a great radio interview. That's the third song in the triple play for him. It is called A Little Bit Broken. I love the lyrics in that one. And being a quart low, I've been down that road before. Also, I look at the tank as half empty a lot of times, unfortunately. But I tell you what, tonight, if you love country music, we're topping off the tank. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. I want to thank Aaron for a great radio interview. Come back anytime. We will definitely do it again. And the first song that we played in the triple play drops tonight at midnight. So if you want to go get it, AaronLacombe.com is the website. This next gentleman is also from the state of Texas. Many people are calling him the next George Strait. I believe they could be on to something. His name is Randall King. This is called You in a Honky Tonk on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Smoke rings, glowing greens and reds, they hug your body like a long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Sipping and swaying and singing, girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on
number 2.
All my plans and all my schemes, all my hopes and all my dreams. Tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? My first kiss and my first car, Amazing Grace on my first guitar. Tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? It ain't that big, it seems so small, but still somehow it holds it all. So here's to you and my checkered past. Gonna shoot it down and not look back. All her love, her daydream eyes, her first hello, her last goodbye. Now tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? It ain't that wide, it ain't that tall, but still somehow it holds it all. So here's to you and my broken past. Gonna shoot it down and not look back. Daddy's gone, Mama's silver cross, and that part of me that just got lost. And tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? Man, tell me how did all of that fit into a shot glass? Fit into a shot glass.
That is the title track to his latest full-length album. It is called A Shot Glass from Randall King from the great state of Texas on KICR Indie Country Radio. This next song has a video attached to it. You can check it out anytime on our TV channel ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. The song is a fan favorite around here. It is called Hey Moon from Randall King on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Hey moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us as she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again? Hey
try. Yeah, yeah.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
I wake up every morning and it happens again. She's wrapped up all around me. If she keeps loving on me like this, I'm never gonna want her to leave. Her pretty face is always wearing a smile. She swears I put it there. Well, who am I to question why she's crazy about me, when honestly I don't care. If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. Yeah, keep on rolling along. I thought by now she'd have changed her mind, moved on to someone new. But she can't get enough of this good old boy. So what's a good old boy to do? If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. Yeah, keep on rolling along. No way I'm gonna fight it, this wave I'm gonna ride it. Sometimes it's just your time. If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. Yeah, baby, keep on rolling along. Yeah, keep on rolling along.
Song number 2.
You see that girl right there, with the moonlight shining in her hair. Buddy, she's the one that I told you about. You know this restless heart of mine ain't the falling in love kind, but I think it might be too late for that now. That girl is a game changer, a soul savior. The devil in me's in a world of danger. This hellraiser is a backseat taker now. Since she come around, that girl is a risk taker, a wild horse breaker. When the lights go down, she's a sweet love maker. And I finally found the one I can't live without. That girl is a game changer. There's just something about her smile that drives me a different kind of wild. It makes me wanna lay it all out on the line. Everybody around here knows this is about the time that I let go. But I can't afford to say goodbye this time, 'cause that girl is a game changer, a soul savior. The devil in me's in a world of danger. This hellraiser is a backseat taker now. Since you come around, that girl is a risk taker, a wild horse breaker. When the lights go down, she's a sweet love maker. And I finally found the one I can't live without. That girl is a game changer. Is a game changer, a soul savior. The devil in me's in a world of danger. This hellraiser is a backseat taker now. Since you come around, that girl is a risk taker, a wild horse breaker. When the lights go down, she's a sweet love maker. And I finally found the one I can't live without. That girl is a game changer. That girl is a game changer.
His name is Marty Hedden. That is called Game Changer. And before that, Going Like It's Going. Well, I like how it's going right now. The third one from Marty Hedden is called A Little Less Lonely on Today's Country. From KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Triple Play Thursday.
I'm only half past heartache, and it's almost closing time. Just like that clock on the wall, you're still hanging on my mind. Every sip feels like one more step, a little farther down that line. I'm a little less lonely, a lighter shade of blue. Climbing and stumbling, trying to get over you. Pour me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight. This glass is empty, maybe I'll be able to smile. Even two-step with a stranger, forget about you for a while. It's a long, hard road, and I'm moving real slow, but at least for a few more miles, I'll be lonely, a lighter shade of blue. I'm climbing and stumbling, trying to get over you. Order me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. Shot a Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight.
Hey y'all, it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine's. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand, doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night, one for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. They'll be yellow when you're coming from the bar across town. That lipstick red we don't talk about. I'm waiting on a bouquet that comes without. One for every white lie that's left your lips. There's one for every broken promise I forgive. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. Roses. I don't know why you and I can't start over when the flowers die. All I need is for you to see they don't mean nothing to me. When there's one for that ring burning on your hand, and one for every wilted second chance. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we don't show it, so we just call them roses. Roses. Yeah, we'll just call them roses.
Song number 2.
Honey, turn off that TV. I've been waiting on the end of that game. Come sit at the table and I'll pour us a couple drinks. I got something that I gotta say. I'm just not sure how, but there's a few shades of gray we didn't cover when we said those vows. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. No, I haven't met nobody, but lately there's been a few times a stranger has looked at me in a way I kinda like. Now there ain't no motel keys or sneaking around, just temptation that's weighing me down. I've been thinking about cheating.
Estes from Hope, Arkansas. The first song was called Roses. That is called Thinking About Cheating. If I was thinking about cheating, I'd play 4 songs from that lady on Triple Play Thursday, but we'll play 3. Here's the third one. Her latest single, it is called Your Hands from Mae Estes on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine. I felt your hands in the dark, light me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hands always holding mine. When we got the whole world in the palm of it, when the going gets tough, ain't letting go of it. Yeah, we'll make the most of it. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hands always holding mine, holding mine.
You're in good hands right here. If you love the best in new country music, we have it. And let's do it again tomorrow night. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Triple Play Thursday. New Music Friday tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Same place, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. My special thanks to Sweet Tea Trio, the ladies from that, Kate and Charity and Victoria, amazing ladies. SweetTeaTrio.com is the website. And Mr. Aaron Lacombe, thank you very much for joining us tonight as well. AaronLacombe.com. Go check him out as well. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until tomorrow night, I will see you on the radio. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye now.
I can put you in a corner